Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on grouping symbols, part 2 worksheet. So this video presents a worksheet where we can practice removing grouping symbols, and after we do that for these particular examples we get the second line where the grouping symbols have been removed. And then we have a close inspection to see if there are any like terms. If there are like terms present, we combine them, and that way we can simplify the expression in the second line. So if you're not sure how to proceed, on the next slide there is a link. If you click on the link, it will take you to the lesson and it will explain how to do each example. So let's quickly have a look. Remove the grouping symbols in each of the following examples and collect like terms where appropriate. So number one, we have this expression here, right, where there's a grouping symbol, and we have another one. All we do is remove the grouping symbols in each case. That will give us an expression in the second line. We study that expression very carefully, and if there are some like terms, we add or subtract them, and that way that will simplify that expression and will arrive at the answer. Exactly the same for number 2. You must do each part separately, arrive at the second line, add like terms, and then arrive at the answer. So 3 and 4 are exactly the same. You just have to be careful, for example, here, when you see these signs, you have to know what the correct sign is when you multiply a minus times a plus, or a minus times a minus. We did that earlier, so as long as you know that, there'll be no problems. For examples like this one, you have a look at the indices very carefully, the indices or the powers, so that when you put the second line down, you have the correct indices or powers. And that's definitely the case for that example, and most definitely the case for the last two examples. So look at it carefully and make sure when you do the multiplication, the correct indices or powers exist. So this video has given us a worksheet where we can practice removing grouping symbols, and when we arrive at the second line we just collect the like terms, and then that gives us the answer in its simplest form. If you're still not sure what to do, just go to the next slide, click on the link, and it will take you to the lesson to explain how each of these examples is done.